Hello, everyone. Very good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, all of you. Can I hear some voices, please? All right. So, how's everyone doing? How have you been? How was your days? How was your week? How was your day?
Good, ma'am.
The rest of the class? Okay. Yes, can I get some replies? How are you doing? Okay. All of you, please give some replies. So, today we have around 16 students in the class, actually. We have starting from Abhinajam, Akhila, Asmita, Dhananjaya, Fayaz, Jasmine, Kaushalya, Nilakshi, Pavitran, Shahida, Shahla, Shireen, Shobika, Shuhada, Zuleha, and Sadurshan. Hmm. So everyone, how are you doing? Only Shobika, Shireen, and Akhila responded. The rest?
Yeah, we are good, ma'am.
Right.
I'm
That's
fine,
great.
ma'am. I'm fine. How are you, ma'am?
That's I'm doing good too, Zuleha. Thank you.
Welcome, ma'am.
Okay, wonderful. So today we are going to do some review. So today's review will be about the main two grammar topics which we have covered previously. Okay. So what are the tenses did we cover in the previous class? What tenses did we cover in the previous classes, everyone? We learned about two tenses actually. What were they?
Present tense.
Present continuous.
Mhm. Yes, and also present simple, right? So today we will be discussing more about present simple tense and the present continuous tense. And yes, we will learn about the similarities and dissimilarities between the present simple and present continuous tense. Okay. Before moving into that part, can one of you tell me what is present simple tense? We have learned about it actually. What is present simple tense? Yes. What is present simple tense? Present simple tense are related to the actions which happens in the present situation. Yes, Akila, exactly. And we learned about few uses of present simple tense, and one of the uses that which talk about habitual actions. Yeah, as Akila mentioned. And how about present continuous tense? What is present continuous tense? We also have learned about this tense too. What is present continuous tense? Can any of you remember?
Action going on present.
Yes, Shobika, exactly. So, present continuous tense mean the action will continue. The action will not stop, but rather the action will continue. So, we have learned about these two types, right? Let's look at it. So, in a timeline, if we put all the types of tenses in a timeline, and if you can remember, I mentioned there are three main tenses, right? There are three main types of tenses. One is the past tense, and one is the present, and how about the other tense, the third one?
Future. Future tense.
Future, exact. Yes, future. So these are the three main types of tenses. We learned two tenses which comes under the present tense. So present simple or present continuous will happen in this area. In this area, okay? Not in the past, not in the future, but in the present area. So there are different tenses, as I mentioned. Altogether, there are 12. Yes, altogether there are 12, which is related to three main. We have learned two tenses, which comes under the present. There are four subtenses under present. There are four subtenses under future. There are four subtenses under the past. So, in relation to four, we have learned two. We have learned two tenses out of four, which is related to present tense. Okay. All right. We'll discuss more about present simple and present continuous. Let's compare both the tenses together. We know what is present simple tense, and also we know what is present continuous tense. Okay. We'll discuss the similarities. We'll discuss the differences between these two tenses. Okay, with the present simple, we say, I play tennis, you play tennis in the ground, we play tennis in the ground, they play tennis in the playground, he, she, it plays tennis in the playground. Yeah. And with the present continuous, present simple is different tense, present continuous is different tense. I am playing tennis. You are playing tennis. We are playing tennis in the playground. He, she, it is playing tennis in the playground. So, in the present simple tense, we use only the base verb. අපි verb එක change කරන්නේ නැහැ. Verb basic verb தான் now use பண்ணணும். Root verb தான் use பண்ணணும். But when it comes to present continuous, we are adding ing. We are not using the basic because we are adding something. Adding the ing. And if it is third person singular of present simple, we have to add the S to the verb if it is singular, if the pronoun or the noun falls under singular. So this is one difference, right? You might already know, but I'm clearing it out for you. This is one difference between present simple and present continuous. If it is present continuous, if the action is happening, you have to use ing. Let me show you. If it is present simple, the action will happen here. One time action, okay? If it is present continuous, the action will continue. The action will continue. It will not stop. It will continue. I'm playing tennis in the playground, which means I'm still playing. I will not know when I will stop. So it's kind of really going towards the future. It is not future, but I'm still playing and I will not know when I will stop. Similarly, I am lecturing now. I'm teaching English now, and I'm not sure how many hours I will teach, maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours. Okay, so that falls under present continuous. I teach English is my job, is my work. So it defines the habitual action. I teach English. I am teaching English now says about action which is happening at the moment. Okay. Let's focus on another topic which is related to the same tenses. Time expressions. Okay, time expressions mean the words which we use to talk about the time. The words which we use to talk about the time are called time expressions. And let's see some words that we are using with present continuous time expressions. Remember ing. We had to add ing. Okay. Present continuous time expression. With the present continuous, we use these time expressions. Notice that the time expression can come at the start or at the end of the sentence. So remember, these 4 time expressions can come with present continuous. It can come at the beginning of the sentence, if not at the end of a sentence. At the moment is one time expression. At the moment, example, I'm watching TV, comma, at the moment. And we can put that in the beginning of a sentence. Example, at the moment, I'm watching TV. Okay. Second time expression, these days. Paul's living in Cardiff these days. Cardiff is a place, actually. And also I can say, these days, Paul's living in Cardiff. Third time expression, now. What are you doing now? And it's not really right. Do you start the question with now, what are you doing? Because it's a question. So when we start a question, we have to start with a question word or verb to be, right? And the fourth time expression, nowadays. I think you are smoking too much nowadays. And also we can start nowadays. I think you are smoking too much. So either you can start with the time expression or you can end with time expression. But sometimes you cannot always start with the time expression. So you cannot always end with time expression. You have to think whether the words are suitable to start or whether the words are suitable to end. Okay. These words are called time expressions, which talks about the time. And these words are related to present continuous time expression, not present simple, present continuous. Is everyone clear about the time expressions of present continuous? Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
இந்த ஸ்லைட கொஞ்சம் மறக்கணும்.
Shahida, what is it?
இந்த ஸ்லைட கொஞ்சம் விளங்கப்படுத்தி விட்டுறீங்களா? டைம் எக்ஸ்பிரஷன் கொஞ்சம் எனக்கு விளங்கப்படுத்தி விட்டுறீங்களா?
Okay. So Shahida, time expressions in the soul of the time குறிக்கிற words. So present continuous the timer எப்படி denote பண்றதுன்னு சொன்னால் இந்த வேர்ட்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணி டைமர் மென்ஷன் பண்ணலாம். சரி, எவ்ரி டைமும் நாங்க டைமை மென்ஷன் பண்ண மாட்டோம். பட் சம்டைம்ஸ் இஃப் யூ ஆர் டாக்கிங் அபவுட் த டைம், உங்களுக்கு இந்த டைம் எக்ஸ்பிரஷன் வேர்ட்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணி ப்ரெசன்ட் கண்டினியூஸ் பத்தி கதைக்கலாம். அட் த மூமெண்ட் இப்ப நடந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறது. ஐ எம் வாட்சிங் டிவி அட் த மூமெண்ட். ஸோ இந்த டைம் எக்ஸ்பிரஷன் உங்களுக்கு பிகினிங் ஆஃப் த சென்டென்ஸ்லயும் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாம், இல்லாட்டி அட் த எண்ட்லயும் நீங்க மென்ஷன் பண்ணலாம். டைம் எக்ஸ்பிரஷன் ஒரு ஆக்ஷன் எப்ப நடந்து கொண்டிருக்குது. ஐஎன்ஜி ஃபார்ம் நாங்க இன்க்ளூட் பண்றது ப்ரெசன்ட் கண்டினியூஸ் என்று சொல்றது இப்ப நடந்து கொண்டிருக்கிற ஒரு ஆக்ஷன். ஸோ அந்த இப்ப நடந்து கொண்டிருக்கிற ஆக்ஷனை மென்ஷன் பண்றதுக்கு எங்களுக்கு இந்த டைம் எக்ஸ்பிரஷன்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ண முடியும். 4 டைம் எக்ஸ்பிரஷன்ஸ் இருக்குது, அந்த ஃபார்ம் யூஸ் பண்ண முடியும். So look at the meaning of these time expressions. Everything gives the same meaning. At the moment, these days, now, nowadays. At the moment, now gives the same meaning. These days, nowadays gives the same meaning. Is it clear, Shahida?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Right. Okay. Right. Let's do an activity and check our knowledge about this topic. Let's do an activity and check our knowledge about this topic. So, make sentences using time expressions with present continuous tense. So, we learned about 4 time expressions, right? So, use those 4 time expressions at the moment, these days, now, nowadays, and create each sentence. Create sentences for each of the time expressions given. So, there are 4 time expressions. You have to create 4 sentences using these time expressions in present continuous form. Use the present continuous form. Present continuous form to use karla. Me time expressions include karigina sentences create karana. Present continuous form consider panni in the 4 time expressions in our language include panni 4 sentences create partner. Is the activity clear, everyone?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All of you, please type your answers in the meeting chat. I will read them. Everyone, type your answers in the meeting chat. We have 18 students in the class. At least 50 students should type the answers. Create present continuous tense sentences, including these 4 time expressions. So altogether, you need to create 4 sentences. Take 5 minutes. Type your answers in the meeting chat. After 5 minutes, I will read the sentences to the class. So darling, everyone type all your sentences together. Type all your 4 sentences together so I know that you created 4 sentences together. Okay? If not, it will confuse with the other students.
Ma'am, how much sentence, ma'am, we want to create? Ma'am,
Altogether 4 sentences there. There are 4 time expressions. Create 1 sentence with each of the time expressions there.
okay, ma'am.
Only 2 students have sent the answers. The rest of the class, please send the answers. We have received the answers from Akila, Fayaz, Sanushan, Akmal. Okay, I think still we are typing. Shuhada, okay. We'll wait another 2 minutes. Type your answers as soon as possible. Okay, we'll read the answers. Zahra has also sent the answers. Okay. All right, we'll read some of the sentences. I'm creating English sentences at the moment. You can add commas, Shahada, okay? So when you create sentences, when you're speaking, that's totally fine. But when you create sentences, remember, if you're adding the time expression at the end, you had to add the comma. Mom is getting wedding orders to stitch these days. Okay, good. Kid is playing with a ball. Where's the time expression? Kid is playing with a ball now. Okay, before is coming home very lately these days. Sorry, brother is coming home very lately these days. So good job, Shahada. Akhila, I'm studying English at the moment. Good. It is raining heavily. Not in these days. We don't need a preposition there. It is raining heavily these days. Come on. Before these days, add a comma. My mother is cooking now. Nowadays, he is preparing for the exam. Good job. Add a comma. And at the moment, I'm planning to migrate. These days, I'm having cold. Now I'm doing my work. Nowadays, my father is working. Nowadays, my father is working hard to earn some money for my higher education. Good job. Fayaz, good job. And Akila, good job. Sanushan, I'm playing at the moment. My brother is eating now. I think you are a very bad guy nowadays. You can say nowadays, I think you are a very bad guy. Yeah, you can say like that. Zahra, good job, Sanushan. Zahra, I'm taking with Kamala at the moment. Talking, Talk, talking. I'm very busy these days because I'm following classes. Okay, I'm having my lunch now. Nowadays, Kavita is feeling stressed because she's alone. Good job. But try to add commas. Shobika, the house is built at the moment. These days, she has a very busy. These days, she is very busy using the social media. You can change that. She is in the hospital now. At comma. Nowadays, many people need two jobs to. Nowadays, many people need two jobs to make money. To make money. More. Good job, Shobika and Zahra. Then Shahida, my mom is calling. These are short forms when we speak. Call is living. I am watching at the verb to be. My mom is calling at the moment. I'm going on a trip now. These days I'm very busy. Excellent, everyone. Good job, Shahida. Only few students send their answers. The rest of the class, I'm not sure. If you try, I can help. If you did not try, I'm unable to help. All right, we'll move on to the next part. Frequency adverb we use with present simple. Now we'll talk a bit about the frequency adverbs, the frequency words, the time expressions of present simple. Earlier we discussed about the time expressions of present continuous. Now we'll discuss about the time expressions of present simple. So these are the time expressions: always, often, frequently, sometimes, occasionally, seldom, rarely, hardly ever, never. Okay. Now we'll focus on something. Think that this is the action level. This is the level of the action. How many times you are doing an action? Okay. This is the level of an action which you do many times. Okay. So when we say always, the action will be repeated many times. Always, every time. When we use the time expression always, we should know that the action which is with the time expression will happen every time, always. So it is at the top. The word always is at the top. This line is where we consider how many times the actions are happening. So let's say always mean like 100%. The action will happen 100 times or 100 out of 100 time. Okay. That is the meaning of always. I always read before I go to bed. So there are 365 days in a year. I read the book each and every day. Each and every day I read the book. Okay. Always mean the action will happen definitely every time. Always. Okay. If you see never, the word never, which means the action will not happen at all. A action එක වෙන්නෙම නැහැ. அந்த action நடக்கவே நடக்காது. The action will not happen at all. So if we think how many times the action will be repeated, no, 0%. 0%. The action will not happen. Okay. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, I think I had a network issue. Frequency in the sense, that's what I said. How many times the action is being repeated, how many times the action is going to happen. Okay, so that is the meaning of frequency. You don't have to think much about it. So I'm helping you with some words. I'm helping you with some words on how to use the tenses, both the type of tenses. Just look at these present simple. Whenever you come across with these words, remember mostly it's related to present simple. When someone speak to you using these words, when you want to speak about the repeated number of repeated actions, you can use these words. Okay. And never, yes, 0% of repeating the action. Japanese people never wear shoes inside. Are there any just one chance of wearing? No, never wear shoes inside. So 0% of repeating action. So the rest of the words in between will come under different levels actually. Okay, these different levels. Okay. When we talk about occasionally, the fifth word, this one, there are 50% chances of the action being happening. 50% chance. Occasionally, it occasionally rains in summer. So there are some chances, 50% chances for the rain to happen during the summer. Okay, 50% chance that it will not rain. 50% chances are there that it will rain. So like that, these words will talk about the number of times the action is going to repeat. Often means the action will repeat, okay? Her sister often comes shopping with us. Is she coming always with us? Like, read this sentence, everyone. Her sister often comes shopping with us. Her sister often comes shopping with us. I'm asking you a question. Is she coming always with us every time? Is she?
No, ma'am.
No.
No, she isn't, because always means it's 100%. The action is going to happen 100%. Often means it's less than 100%. It's less than always. The action happens. She comes actually, but she's not coming always. She comes maybe 90% of the time. Maybe one or twice she will not come. Okay. So maybe I will just, this is not the exact percentage, but just to make you clear, I will tell around 90% of chances are there for the action to repeat. Okay. And frequently, Michelle frequently visits his family. So let's say around 75% of chances for Michelle to visit his family. Not always. He's not visiting always. He's not even visiting often. But he frequently, like around 75% of time, he repeats the action, visits. Sometimes, you sometimes go to the gym, don't you? Sometimes can be around 60% of chances are there to the action repeated. The actions to be repeated. Go. Okay. The screen looks so ugly, so I'm going to erase some of my markings. All right. And then occasionally we discuss seldom. Seldom is less than 50%. Now, occasionally, as I mentioned, 50%, right? Seldom will be around 40% of chances are there, so the action can happen. They seldom ask for help. They are not asking help always. They are not. They are not even asking help frequently, like 80%, but they are only asking help for 40%, like 40% of chances are there, the action to be repeated. Okay. Then rarely is around 30%. Rarely is 30%. He rarely goes out without his backpack. Rarely means around 30% chances, around 20% chances are there the action to be repeated. Hardly ever. Hardly ever is around 5% or 10% of chances. So the action could be repeated. I hardly ever eat pizza, like maybe once a year. Hardly ever, not always. Some of us love to have pizza every weekend, but when I say I hardly ever eat pizza, maybe once in 6 months, once in a year, that is the meaning of hardly ever. Okay. So, what you need to understand is that you need to understand the level of frequency, which is that if we use the word always, the chances are there that the action will happen 100% of the time. If we use the word never, yes, the action will not happen. There is no chance that action could happen. If I use often, it does not mean that the action will happen 100% of the time, but around 80 to 90% of the time. So understand the level of how the actions can be repeated. Is it clear, everyone? Are you clear with the frequency adverbs of present simple tense? Everyone, are you clear about the frequency adverbs of present simple tense?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, good job. Good job, everyone. Now, there are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9, actually, there are 9 frequency adverbs. We'll do some activities so that you will know how to use these words with present simple. Okay, we'll do it. So I have given you some example. I will keep showing it if you want. So similar to these sentences, similar to these examples, create sentences using each of the frequency adverbs of present simple tense. There are 9, okay? There are 9 frequency adverbs. Use all the 9 frequency adverbs and create sentences. Yes, you need to create 9 sentences because you need to practice the language. Learning the words will not help you, but practicing the language, practicing the words will help you to improve your language. That is what we are doing, okay? Don't worry about the grammar. Do not worry about the grammar, where to use the noun, verbs, preposition. No, you don't have to worry about the grammar. Just pay attention to the frequency adverbs and create sentences in the way you want. There are 9 frequency adverbs. As we learned, create 9 sentences using the 9 frequency adverbs. But the sentences should take the present simple tense form. Remember that. Create 9 sentences using the present simple tense where you should include the frequency adverbs. Is the activity clear? Is the activity clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Everyone, please participate to the activity. If you produce the language, I can help you. If you are not producing the language, you even will not know your level of language learning, and I will not be able to help you to improve your language. Okay? Learning a language is not one way, it's always 2 ways. So try to produce the language. I will help you how to improve the language. We can take around, as you need to create 9 sentences, we can take around 10 minutes. That's all right. Type your answers in the meeting chat. I will read through each and every sentence and will reply you. Shahada has sent answers. The rest of the class, please send yours too. Okay, one by one we are receiving the answers. Excellent. Pavitran also have sent his answers. Everyone, please send your answers. We'll discuss in 2 minutes. Akida, Asmita, Dhananjaya, Fayaz, Jasmine, Akisha, Sadurshan, Sanushan, Shahida, Shireen, Shobika, Zahra, Nilakshi, and there's another student with the C band. I'm not sure the name. Please share your answers, everyone, so that I can help you. All right. So we have received some answers. I'm going to discuss about it. And the students, if you are unable to create 9 sentences, that's fine. Even if you have created 4 or 5, just send it. Okay, so that I can help you with that. Right. We'll read some of the sentences. Shuhada Hassan, I always do revision of my studies in every morning. Okay. I always do revisions. Let me go to the previous studies every morning. You don't have to use the preposition, Shahida. Remove in, okay? We often watch anime after dinner. So look at the second sentence. Excellent. You haven't used in preposition, right? In after dinner. So that we don't have to use the in preposition with the time. We frequently visit our grandma. Remember that, yeah, good. Remember to add the full stops next time when you're typing or writing the answers. If speaking, that's totally fine. We don't have to consider these punctuation marks. I sometimes times miss my classes. Okay, you have included 2 times. I sometimes miss my classes. Mom occasionally watches a movie with us. My younger brother seldom help anyone. I rarely see my younger brother seldom helps anyone. Brother is a third person singular, so helps. I rarely see my elder brother nowadays. I hardly ever eat fast food. Muslim people never drink alcohol. Yeah, that's some age. Good job, Bash. Wahida. Sorry, Shuhada. Good job, Shuhada. Next, Pavitran. Hassan, I always brush the teeth after I eat the dinner. Him teacher often absent to the school. Okay, I think it's his teacher. His teacher often absent to the school. His teacher often get absent, okay, to the school. My class teacher frequently contact to my parents. No, my class teacher frequently contact my parents. I sometimes go to the theater on Sunday. Indian cricket team occasionally lost the World Cup final match. Wade catch the shark rally with the rod and reel. Wade catches, right? Catches. Wait. So that wasn't regular. South African team, South African cricket team never win the World Cup. My school principal seldom comes to the class. To the classroom. Good job, Pavitra. Next, Shahida. I always read newspaper early morning. EARLY, early morning. My brother is often library. My brother often goes third person singular, goes to the library. My brother frequently listens to the music. My sister gave something to my brother. Where's the frequency adverb in this sentence? I don't find. My sister really give something to my brother. Gave again past tense, Shahida. You have it with past tense. Anyhow, good job. Next, Fayaz, I always go to bed late at night. My brother often goes to dinner. My brother often goes out for dinner. Yeah. Imran frequently carries his identity card. My mother sometimes prepares a special food for everyone. Occasionally, we go on trips. So here, try to add the noun before the frequency adverb. We occasionally go. We occasionally go, not occasionally we go, or we go occasionally, okay? Frequency adverb should come in between the subject and the verb. My friend seldom borrows my storybooks. She rarely goes out without me. President hardly ever talks in the TV program. I never handle children during trips. Yes, good job, Fayaz. Next, Shobika. This area is always filled with tourists. Good. Filled, Shobika, it's past tense. This area is always filled, it's past tense. We can use always with the past tense, but this time we can't consider the sentence to be present simple. The sentence is correct actually. This area is always filled. Full. It's actually the past tense of fill is full, not filled. Okay? This area is always full with tourists. The sentence will be correct even with full word, the past tense, but it is not, the sentence is not suitable to this activity. Okay? I often drink water during summer season. Buses run frequently between city to airport. His jokes are funny, but sometimes it's hate to hurt. His jokes are funny, but sometimes it hurts me. You can simply say it hurts me. Yeah, HURTS hurts. I see your brother occasionally in the town. Now you have to shift the frequency adverb. I occasionally see your brother in the town. Okay, the word occasionally should come after the subject. She was late for work. She was seldom late. Was past tense. Shobika. It is not present tense. So she, we are not using. She seldom being late. She seldom, oh no, being late. She seldom gets late for work. Yeah. She seldom gets late for work. We can change like that. She rarely come to my home. She rarely comes. Third person singular. I hardly ever buy anything in the night. At night. I hardly ever buy anything at night. I will never talk to you. Right. Good job, Robika. Zahra. Muslim women always wearing their hijab. ING form is not suitable because present simple will not contain ING. Muslim women always wear their hijab. Yeah. I always watch the time when I am sitting at the examination room. When ING form, okay. The sentence is correct actually because the first verb is coming under present simple, even though the second verb's following up with present continuous. Sometimes I'll go to school by car. I'll sometimes, no, I'll is future. I sometimes go to the school by car. Okay. He will again future. Hmm. He occasionally wears his nice watch. You have to change like that. He occasionally wears his nice watch. Again, change seldom will not come first, should come after the subject. I seldom sleep on the floor. If the climate is hot. Present simple, right? We don't have to use was. Rarely I listen music if I'm feeling sad. I rarely listen to music if I feel sad. Or when I feel sad. Yeah, you can say like that. When I feel sad. Hardly ever my grandmother will come to Sri Lanka. My grandmother hardly ever come to Sri Lanka. My grandmother hardly ever comes to Sri Lanka. You don't use will because it's present simple. I never shame my parents on others. I never shame my parents with my actions. You can say like that. Okay. Good job, those who have shared the answers. The rest, try yourself if you haven't shared the answers with me. Okay, we'll move on to talk a bit more about both the tenses. A bit more differences between present simple and present continuous. Can all of you see the screen, everyone? Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's learn about few other differences. Present simple, things which are always true. So when you want to talk about the truth, okay, which are always true, you have to use present simple. Example, water boils at 100 degrees. It will not change, right? It is the truth. It will not change. Water never boils at 50 degrees, right? So if the degree level is 100, the water will boil. The water boils at 100 degrees. So that is one difference. And when it comes to present continuous, things which are happening at the moment of speaking. So look at the example. The water is boiling now. So you can put in the pasta. So this action is happening when I'm speaking. Okay, when I'm speaking or at the moment, if I'm doing something, if an action is happening, it should come under present continuous. So remember, if it is a truth, we have to use the present simple. If even if it is a truth and if it is happening at the moment, we have to convert that into present continuous. And then permanent situation or nearly permanent, true for a few years at least. Permanent means not temporary. It will not change. Julie lives in London. I live in Colombo. You live in Gaul, right? So if I'm not going to shift to Candy in 2 years, 3 years, I will definitely state that I live in Colombo, yeah, because I don't have any idea to shift it to any other place. Similarly, you will not also use any other tense if the situation is permanent. And temporal situation, the difference. Temporal situation is a short period. Julie is living in Paris for a few months. Let's say that you are from Jaffna and you are living in Colombo for your studies for maybe 2 years. Okay, so you can say I am living in Colombo for a few years because you're definitely going back to your hometown, yeah, because this action is temporary. Situations which are slowly changing. Sometimes, if the situation is changing, we can also use present continuous. I'm getting better and better at speaking English. I'm getting better with my health. If I was not well, actually, I can say I'm getting better with my health. Yeah. So look at the differences we discussed before. I feel more. And habits of things we do regularly. Yes, present simple should be used with repeated actions. I drink coffee every morning. Temporary or new habits. How to talk about new habits? Definitely we had to use ing form. I'm drinking too much coffee these days because I'm so busy at work. Can you remember we discussed these frequency verbs or time expressions these days? So yes, it comes under some continuous annoying habits. Sometimes, if the habit is annoying, not pleasant. Example: my flatmate is always leaving the kitchen in a mess. My friend always, my friend is sending me reels always. And one more point to focus is that always we discuss that it should come that adverb frequency should come with present simple. So why is it coming here under present continuous? There's something to be thought of. So before learning grammar, I always said you, even though we learn the rules and everything, there are some exemptions. And one of it is it. My flatmate is always leaving the kitchen in a mess. So we can use some of the frequency adverb with present continuous too. Okay. And present simple future events which are part of timetable. We have learned this use. My plane leaves at 8 tonight. So this is all about the timetable. Even though it's not yet happening or not yet to happen, still it's going to fly by today night. Yeah. And to talk about the future after certain words, like to talk about the future, not the present. Okay. After these words, we can use present simple. I will call you when I get home. We can use this word with present simple. I will call you when I get home. I will call you as soon as when I get home, or as soon as I reach home. I will not call you until I complete my work. Definite future plans. Example, I'm meeting John after class today. Definite means you know when you are meeting. You know when you are doing that action. I'm meeting John after class today. And it's going to happen sooner. Okay. To talk about what happens in books, plays, and films. So, if you are discussing with your friends about the happenings of novels, of plays, and films, okay, you are going to obviously review about the films that you watch with your friends or someone. In that case, you have to use present simple. At the end of the book, the detective catches the killer. To talk about the people in pictures and photos, to talk about someone who is in the picture or who is in the photo, or even any objects or animals, you have to talk, you talk using ing form, present continuous form. In this photo, my mother is walking beside a lake. The action is not actually happening in the photo, but the thing is, we have to use this particular form when talking about it, talking about the picture of it. The boy the boy stands next to the bench. If I say, if there's a picture, if I'm looking at the picture where a boy is standing near to the bench, I cannot say the boy stands near to the bench or next to the bench, but I can say the boy is standing next to the bench. Okay, because I'm describing the picture or the photo. All right. Is everyone clear about the other differences between present simple and present continuous? Everyone, are you clear about the differences?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I have added some activities for you. Okay, we'll do this activity. It is a good practice. Complete these sentences below using either present simple or present continuous. Now, look at these sentences or questions. There are verbs given in the brackets. The verbs are given in the brackets. Now, what you need to do is you need to change the verb into present simple or present continuous. Use the form of present simple or use the form of present continuous and fill in the blank. So first you need to know which form will be suitable. You have to think of the users, the differences, everything which we have discussed. So when creating language, not all the sentences will need the present simple verb, not all the sentences will need the present continuous verb, because we have to think of the users and the differences and the form. Think all of these and fill in the blank using the correct form. Use either present simple form or present continuous form and fill in the blank. The verbs are given in the brackets. You can use the verbs given, but change them to present simple or present continuous according to the sentences given. Is the activity clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's take around 5 minutes. Do the activity. We'll discuss. All right, everyone, we'll discuss the answers. The first sentence, I blank golf every weekend. What is the answer?
Playing.
Okay. Others?
Play.
Place.
Any different answer? I play because the action is repeated every weekend. Okay. It's not happening now. Every weekend I play, and you will not add S because I is not third person singular. Second, the children blank outside at the moment. What's the answer?
Playing.
The rest of the class?
Yeah,
Come on,
playing.
we need some answers. The children play. Okay, can play. Okay, let's type and see. The children playing outside at the moment. Is it correct?
Ma'am, don't we put R?
Yes. Exactly. Akilo also has sent. The children are playing outside at the moment because it's plural. Then Haruka blank today. What's the answer?
Works.
His work.
Everyone, what's the answer? Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, Haruka works today. Haruka works today. And Haruka is working today. Both of the answers are correct. We can both use the present simple and present continuous. Yes, Haruka works today. Haruka is working today. Both are correct. Because at the moment he might be working, and yes, he's going to work the whole day, right? Next, you can't borrow any loan owner because it doesn't.
Working.
You can't borrow my lawn mower because it doesn't
Work.
right. Work. Yes. Next, smells good. What are you?
Making.
That's so easy. Others,
Making.
is it correct?
Making.
Making. Yes, ing form. Because the action is happening at the. Try to read my letters. Next, my husband never blank me breakfast. What's the answer?
Make.
Never. Yes, never makes third person singular. Yes, adding S to. Colin is a name. Colin is blank in Hong Kong. What's the answer?
Living.
Yes, because is this there already, right? So we had to go with living. If the is this not there, we can go with lives. Colin lives in Hong Kong, and if it is living, it's for temporary. She might shift after 1 year, 2 years. Do you still blank with your parents?
Lives.
Do you still live? Yes, that's right. Good job, everyone. Excellent. So this is how you need to identify whether to use present continuous or present simple. Okay, we have two more activities, but we'll do one. You can do other activity as a practice after the class. All right. Once again, we have two. No, we have only one activity. The last one is the answer. Okay. So once again, the same activity. Fill in the blank using the present simple form or present continuous form. The answers are given in the brackets. The verbs are given in the brackets. Fill in the blank. So here, something different is there. Negative form is also given. Okay. Fill in the blank using the correct form of the present simple or present continuous according to the sentences. The same activity. It's the same activity actually. We'll discuss in 5 minutes. All right, everyone. Shall we discuss? Shall we discuss? Are you ready?
Okay, ma'am.
Right. The first one. She blank because she is late for her lesson. What's the answer?
She is running.
Others? Is that correct? Yes, she is running. She is running. Present continuous. Second, our teacher always blank us lots of homework. What's the
Giving.
answer? Others? What's the answer?
Gives.
Gives, because it's third person singular, and look at the always frequencies there, and a teacher always gives us lots of homework. We can't say our teacher always giving a teacher always giving us homework. No, gives is suitable. Next, we blank not want to go to the concert. What's the answer for the third one? Yes, Akira, good job. We don't want to go to the concert. Don't. Can you remember we have learned about the negative form? Oh God, my mouse is playing with me. Okay. We don't want to go to the concert. Just add this word too. Next, what time blank you meet? Sorry, that's the answer in the bracket P tomorrow.
What time are
What
you?
time blank P tomorrow? Everyone? Yes, do you? Good job. Do you meet? What time do you meet Pete tomorrow? Next, I blank today. I'm on holiday. What's the answer?
I'm not working.
The answer, everyone? Okay, we can use both actually. Um, this is related to holiday. It's related to temporal situation, right? So I'm not working. I'm not working because it's temporary. Again, I will be back after the holiday. Next, people blank English in Jamaica. What's the answer? People blank English in Jamaica. People speak. People speak English in Jamaica. People speak English in Jamaica. No, are speak now. We use the verb to be mostly with the continuous form, not with present simple form. Okay. People speak English in Jamaica. Next, Archie blank his computer at the moment. At the moment, can you remember? What's the answer? Yes, excellent. Archie isn't using his computer at the moment. The last one, blank, near the park. How will you ask the question? In which form? Present simple or present continuous? Blank near the park. It's a question. Yes. Good job, Akila. Does Tony live near the park? Good job. Excellent. So that is how you need to identify whether to use present simple or present continuous. Okay. So we are done with the presentation. We are done with today's review. Let me recap what we learned today. We discussed about the differences between present simple tense and present continuous. So today's like more practice about these two tenses. We also checked about some differences and some similarities too. And then we talked about the time expressions of present simple. There are 4 time expressions. And similarly, there are 8 frequency adverbs of present simple. We also did practice and we also talked about the differences between those two. And we did some fill in the blank activity about using the correct tense in the sentences. All right. Any questions? Any doubts, everyone? Any questions? Any doubts? All right then. So we can wind up the lecture. We'll be meeting in the next week class. Take care, everyone, and thank you for joining. May God bless you.